Good evening. Welcome to the Way Park Planning Commission meeting, Tuesday, February 11th. Could all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Tonight, we'd like to welcome a new member, Bob, Chair.
Welcome, Bob.
Thank you. It's my first time I've been in a situation like this, so I'm gonna learn as quickly as I can, and so thank you all for having me. Thank you, Mayor, for choosing me. I appreciate it.
Welcome, Bob. We're happy to have you.
How is your last name pronounced?
It's pronounced like CHAIR, chair.
Here?
Yeah, just like chair.
Okay, thank you.
Roll call. Chris is the only one that's absent. Any additions or deletions from the,
Just, I believe Mayor Schmidt asked for a minute or two at the end of the meeting just to speak on something briefly. Basically, it's part of the update.
approve agenda minutes, or approve minutes from Tuesday, December 10th?
So moved.
Nothing from staff.
Got a motion? Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Got a motion, a second, to approve the minutes from December 10th. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Passed with all present. Zoning ordinance amendment. Notice of public hearing, the Way Park Planning Commission hold a public hearing at City Hall, 13th Avenue North, 6:30 or soon thereafter, Tuesday, February 11th, to hear the following request. Request the City of Way Park to amend Way Park City Code Article 5 zoning, land use, building regulations, Zone 52, Ordinance 52 zoning code, Section 52.28, B3, Second Street Corridor, Subdivision 2, permit uses. Public hearing opened at 6:32.
Chair Jansky, Planning Commission members, this is a request being initiated by myself as city staff related to the recent cannabis ordinance that was reviewed by the Planning Commission back in December and later approved by the City Council. At that time, I noted that it was possible we may end up bringing it back for revisiting at some point because it's, things are still changing a little bit at the state level. This request is being driven by an inadvertent error on my part with the B3 district. The intent of the city staff and as the city council worked through these things with the new cannabis ordinance, the intent was to allow for retail component and kind of on-site components in all the major commercial districts, the B1 and B2 and B3. However, the ordinance that was ultimately approved inadvertently omitted a couple of those options in the B3 district. I noticed that after having a little bit of time off over holiday break and coming back and looking at it for the first time and realized that we missed it the first go around. So all that the request is tonight would be to add the language that's underlined in your packets. I can scroll to it on the screen here as well. Basically, items F, G, H, and I would be added to the B3 Second Street South Corridor District as permitted uses. This would then align it with the other zoning districts, the B1 and B2 commercial districts, so they're more consistent. We didn't want to prohibit any of these sort of businesses in the B3 district because that's one of our more major commercial areas in town. So has a good number of business locations that could be amenable to this sort of retail use. So with that being said, we've published a public hearing notice. I haven't received any comments. City council was made aware of the intent to bring this to the planning commission as well. If you recommend approval tonight or weigh in on it, the intent would be to take it to the city council at an upcoming meeting once we're able to publish it ahead of time. If you have any questions, certainly welcome them, but this is, again, just basically correcting a slight error that I missed the first go around.
Just one question, John. Is there a reason why E and I are both in there? Being E is in there already, is there a necessity to add I?
Oh, you're correct, I'm sorry, I must have, geez Louise.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah, I can be stricken if E was already in there.
Okay,
It's possible, that, yeah, E may be the new one and I may be just redundant, but I can, if you would make a motion, I can, amend that before it would go to the city council. I apologize for that. Good eye on that though, Bob.
Being this is a public hearing, should anybody have any comments for or against? Can we get a motion to close the public hearing?
I would move to close the public hearing.
Second.
We got a motion and a second to close public hearing. All approved, say by, signify saying aye.
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 Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we accept the changes as underlined with the intent also to strike aye.
I'll second that motion.
We got a motion and a second to approve with changes and deleting aye from it. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Pass with all present. Staff update.
That was the only item for tonight. Just wanted to add, I know I sent emails to everybody, but we are rolling out the two-factor authentication for the city email addresses. So if you haven't done that, you will need to do that fairly soon. If you have any issues with it, just give us a call and we'll walk you through getting that set up. But we're trying to get away from the delivery of the packets eventually and just going to all email based, and I'll drop you a quick note if you need to check your city email addresses, but hopefully that rollout's going okay.
Is that the same thing that we did here when we first got our email?
You may have already set yours up because you were a newer member. We've been doing that kind of as we brought new members on, but for the older members, we hadn't quite rolled it out yet, so you should be okay. And then just if nothing else from myself, but if Mayor Schmidt wanted to speak, you're welcome to come on up.
Thank you, Ken Schmidt, Mayor. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank the Planning Commission for all you guys do. You have a commitment to this community, and the council appreciates the recommendations that come out of this committee. So like I say, I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks, Mayor Schmidt, I appreciate that. Nothing else for me. I don't know if at this point we're expecting a March meeting or not. I don't have anything formally in the hopper. I'm not aware of anything pending, but I'll certainly keep you posted.
One question, that duplex that was gonna go on my street there on Second Avenue, is that on hold indefinitely, or what's happening with that?
Indefinitely, as far as I can tell.
I would move for adjournment.
I'll second that.
A motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Meeting adjourned 6:39.